is doing it.
What were the typical challenges you have faced while building communities?
Uh, I think like I said, right, the biggest even before the biggest KPI I chased, even like building a Threados community, is getting to know people.
Hmm.
That's it. That's the only thing I cared about. Like,
Hmm.
can I know you one on one? Can I
Hmm.
two things? One, knowing you better, and can I help you in that 10-minute call in any way
Hmm.
possible? Right? Uh, Getting that connection itself is tough.
Hmm.
You know, that's number one. Number two is creating like a flywheel where uh, without your involvement community works by itself. That's really tough, meaning
Hmm.
communities should be self-sufficient. It should not be uh, dependent or depending on particular one person or like a team. So
Hmm.
uh, once you build a self-sufficient community, uh, that's like
Hmm.
that's one of the healthiest ways I feel that
Hmm.
you're actually progressing, moving from one
Hmm.
way to other. But the typical challenges is, yeah, getting that one-on-one connection. I never cared about engagement because that's something that'll only satisfy probably a short-term ego.
Hmm.
Like, okay,
Hmm.
you're doing something, but it won't really like fulfill the long-term like
Hmm.
problem you're trying to solve, right?
Hmm.
Because one thing you need to also observe is, if you're building a Slack community and you see 10% public interaction and you see 90% personal interaction, then you already won.
Yes, I
You're
agree.
building a successful community. You don't need to like have a lot of personal public conversations. If that is
Hmm.
happening, oh my god, that's a bonus, right?
Hmm.
uh, but as long as you're bringing people together and you kind of introduce themselves in a way, somehow
Hmm.
through intros or some sort of mechanism, where you know what, oh, such a cool person joined this community, let me actually DM them, right?
Hmm.
Let me actually, like, you know what, let me actually meet them one on one, right?
Hmm.
So those are the healthy metrics I would consider.
Hmm.
So community builder doing one on ones with the community, if that number is going up, 100% yes. If personal conversations are beating private conversations, that's another healthy metric. If people are meeting one on one without your involvement, that's a self
Hmm.
sufficient community, in my opinion.
Hmm. Hmm. So, out of these, the typical challenges that you faced were identifying the members or understanding the members.
Yeah, I think getting that one on one connection is really hard.
Hmm.
Oh.
Hmm. And what kind of metrics that you measure?
Like I said, yeah, same one on one calls.
Okay.
If I'm having more one on calls week over week, and like I said, that's why we use these tools, which will let us know that, okay, there are private conversations happening
Hmm.
and they're not public conversations. That's a good sign. Okay,
Hmm.
we're building a community where people are coming together.
Hmm.
Even though
Hmm.
I'm not involving on a day-to-day basis, that's where people
Hmm.
stumble. They burn out saying that I have to be there all day every day.
I
You
think
don't
Threado
need.
actually enables you to measure everything.
Yeah, so the Threado does give you like stats, insights. uh,
Hmm.
in Slack itself does this. If you're building on
Hmm.
Slack, I think, I'm sure Discord has some sort of insights as well. So these
Hmm.
insights will help us. Okay, we're going in the right path, we're like moving forward.
And what's next for you and Threado?
We're very excited, like I said, to welcome support leaders.
Hmm.
Either you're building a startup or your founders who are doing support in the first place, and getting to know them more, so that we are building this AI solutions in a much more better way.
Hmm.
I'm excited about our the new podcast, which is old but with a new name. We're
Hmm.
exploring again, understanding that persona. That's something I want to
Hmm.
do. We're also thinking. uh, to host like a virtual conference, which is going to happen in the end of the year.
mm,
Something small around, again, customer support, community support, bringing like experts into the picture.
mm,
So yeah, lot many things. We're slowly transitioning
mm.
as well. Uh, but yeah, more exciting things come in the future.
Great. Any last message for founders, marketeers, and community builders that you have?
Um, so I would say only one thing. Again, it applies for all things startup. Like, don't do things because someone else is doing. You basically steal, don't copy. I think that's the biggest thing. Copying is
Mm,
very wrong, and it will make you fail miserably. uh, I would say learn and steal. Like, okay, this company did this work, let me actually kind of adapt it, but use my own tone towards it, right?
mm,
Use my own strategy towards it, like ambassador
mm,
program. For that sake, it's not right if you don't have a big audience base. This
mm,
makes no sense, right? Notion at that point had like so many members, it can
mm,
easily spin off and like launch an initiative like that.
mm,
We can, for example, I can do, even though that really works with Threado, I can do like an ambassador program. We only have hardly 400 people.
mm, mm,
So you basically have to adapt and learn from it, but still experiment it. So a lot of the only advice I would give is experiment a lot, try,
mm,
fail, and come up with your own thing. Come up with your own ambassador program. Come up with your
mm,
own meetups. Come up with your own strategy to build a community,
mm,
and do this intentionally.
mm,
There will be a point you will see a hockey stick where
mm,
the community you are building will either convert into users to use
mm.
your product, or paying customers, which will boost your revenue. So it will happen, but uh, do it with intention. Yeah, have fun, guys. That's the most important piece. Just have fun, and trust that everything will work in the end.
Great. Thank you so much, Sharath, for your amazing insight. This has been an eye-opening session for me also, because some of the things I actually have try, I was having certain doubt, but you actually cleared them from your journey. So really thank you for
No worries.
helping us with your insights. We'll definitely share
Absolutely.
this soon, and